A Leesburg man accused of selling top-secret documents to the Chinese and facing life in prison if convicted will be released from jail. Judge Ivan Davis, after hearing arguments from both sides, agreed to release Kevin Mallory on home confinement and a $10,000 bond. Fox 5's Paul Wagner joins us live from the courthouse in Alexandria tonight with more on the story. Paul?
Yeah, he will be released from jail on the condition that he does meet other conditions beside that bond and going to home confinement. Now, the judge today wanted to know whether or not in the search of his Leesburg home, if any other classified documents had turned up. The prosecutor in the case said yes, they had found one SD card inside the house that had 8 classified documents on it. 4 of them they were already aware of. He also said that they found some wigs and some fake mustaches inside a closet in the house, indicating that Mallory was well aware of how to use tradecraft. Now let's show you some video we shot earlier today. These are just some of the supporters who came to court today, a couple of dozen by my count, which included Mallory's son and wife. They all declined to comment as they left the courthouse late this afternoon. Now, government prosecutors argued in court today that Kevin Mallory should remain behind bars because the Chinese government would have great incentive to get him out of the country. And we don't know what Mallory has in his head, he said. But the defense argued Mallory is the straightest of straight arrows and an Army vet who was captured and wounded in Iraq. The reason he went to government officials is because he was concerned the people he had met in China were part of the intelligence community, and he was not going to betray his country. But the lead prosecutor in the case said there was evidence Mallory was going to sell other documents to the Chinese. He understands tradecraft, lied to the FBI, and the Chinese have great incentive to get him out of the country to see what is in his head. Prosecutor John Gibbs told the court that the Chinese gave Mallory a phone to communicate with them and had indicated he was setting up a bank account in another name where the Chinese could allegedly deposit money. Prosecutors also argued that Mallory has money troubles, and as the only money he has made this year was the $25,000 Mallory says the Chinese had paid him for 2 what he described as white papers. Now, the FBI did conduct an extensive search of that house. The prosecutor was again asked about what they found. He said some of it is still being analyzed. As for allowing Mallory out of jail, the judge wanted to know whether or not some of these letters that he had received vouching for Mallory's character were written with the knowledge that Mallory was facing these very serious charges. He was assured they did know that before they wrote those letters. Live outside the federal courthouse in Alexandria, Paul Wagner, Fox 5 Local News.